Assalamu alaikum everyone, this is Phantom from DCS World Pakistan. I hope you guys are doing well. Today we'll just be preparing for the Defense Day air show. We've got some sorties lined up. We've got an exciting air show for all of you. So today we're just gonna do a test flight just to get the mayor of the area and the zone that we'll be flying in. Just check out a few maneuvers. So do stay with us. Hope you guys enjoy. Today we are in the Green Thunder, the JF-17, and let's get this show on the road. So just powering up, just giving it a little bit of power. Power is in 20%, and let's give it the full beans. Burners. That's 100 knots. 150. 200. Gear up, flaps up.
Altitude, altitude, altitude.
250. 300. And here come the G's. Alright, right on top of the air show. Let's get this rolling. The hard deck today is 200 feet, so our target is going to be hitting the air show arena around about 400-450 knots for getting the maximum maneuverability. So today we are at the Godata airfield. We've got the sea on the left, some really nice mountains on the right, and let's go in for our very first maneuver. Let's go in. Running in. Airfield. Line up for the high-speed pass. It's 400 knots. Smokes on. Here we go. 400, 450, 460. Level high-speed pass. We're gonna go for high G's. Yep, that's good. First loop out of the way. Leveled 1,000 feet.
Pull up, pull up,
Pull up
altitude,
right here.
altitude, altitude.
Go from the menu. Split this up. An adjustment turn. We enter the arena. This time let's put in the as in. Go for the high G turn at low altitude. Entering at 300 knots, 300 feet. That's good enough. Accelerating through 400, through 450, and the high G turn. Yeah, that's it. That's it. That's it. 500 knots. That's pretty fast. That's pretty nifty. That's pretty nifty. And the computer is just pulling us in. 500 knots. That's a good amount of G. That's 8.1 sustained G on the JF-17 Thunder. That's amazing. Right on top of the airfield. That's exactly how I want it. Just give it a bit of loops. And then at 4,000 feet, gonna throw in a split ass. Yep, it's gonna be a bit dangerous. But yeah, that's how we do it. That's right on top of the airfield.
Pull up, pull up,
and
pull up. Altitude.
This time around, that's
altitude,
400, 450. Entering the arena right about good altitude. That's just about 300 feet. And we're gonna throw in a Q1 at 460, 470, going up. Yep, that's it. That's it. Really nice. 7.4 Gs, 7 Gs. Giving in all the beans, slowing down a bit at the top. Run over at 3,000 feet. Just gonna give it a bit of a roll. Gonna pull this out round about at 1,000 feet. Alright, here we go. 1,000 feet. Just complete this Q18 and maximum afterburner. Right, completing on top of the loop around about 3,000 feet. That's a bit of a low altitude. Just got to roll it out of it, complete the maneuver.
Altitude.
Going in 350 knots. Throw in for an adjustment turn. And there we go. Right. Let's see what up we have next. Let's throw in an inverted pass, I believe. Would be a good idea. 300, 325, 330. Speed is good. Entering the arena at around about 400 feet. Alright, just a little bit of twist. And there we go for the inverted pass. That's sweet. That's sweet. 400 knots. Let's get out of this with a few rolls. And pulling up on the right for an adjustment turn. That's 400 knots. That's it. That's nice and sweet. Let's put in another adjustment turn and just re-enter the runway this time. And what do we have up our sleeves? Right, let's go ahead and go for the thunder turn, and this time let's try to do the thunder turn right on top of the crowd. That's it. Nice re-entry speed. That's 400 knots, 400 altitude, dropping in 450. That's pulling in some high G's on top, and got a bit overexcited for the thunder turn at 500 knots. That's nicely done. At the other side of the airstrip, let's go for an adjustment turn. Yo. That done. Try to throw in a 3-point hesitation roll. Yep. Try to do. Bring the arena from the other side. A little bit overboard, but let's go ahead, manage our altitude right about between 300 and 400 feet, and we'll throw in the 3-point turn. So let's line up with the airstrip. Speed is good, pretty nifty. Code 470 knots, altitude 400 feet, and we're gonna roll from the right hand side. We'll just lift a bit up. 1, 2, 3, and good. And up, going up again. Let's throw in another loop after the hesitation roll. Yep. Up. And let's finish this half Cuban 8. Half Cuban 8 is done. 1,000 feet. And we are going in a left-hand turn and then going to the right. That's the Falcon turn on the JF-17 Thunder. So the display going pretty hard and fast. Let's slow things down now. Let's go in for the high alpha turn. Left, right. Pretty action-packed. I'm pretty sure it's looking good to the eye all the way from the Airshow. Gonna throw in a little adjustment turn. Speed now really dying. 200 to 40 knots. That's good enough. We approach the venue at around about 500 to 600 feet, just with a bit of a space to breathe. 250 knots. Throttle is all the way down. Let's throw in a bit of an air brake just to smoothen things out.
Altitude.
200 knots is still pretty quick. The air brakes are out. Altitude 500 feet is good enough. Got a bit of an angle of attack. We need more. So around just speed now dropping out really nicely. Want to bring it down just about 120 knots. That's the sweet spot so that we don't lose a lot of altitude. So altitude good enough, around about 400 feet. Speed now 139 knots. That's good. Throw in just a little bit of throttle. So 140 knots, 400 feet. That is sweet. We got a good high angle of attack. There's the crowd on the left hand side. Speed going a bit down, raising a bit of an altitude. We just want to get a little bit closer, just a wee bit closer. Nice good angle of attack. We're gonna throw in the burners and go for the muscle climb right on top of the crowd. That's good. That's good. Getting up to speed, getting up to the altitude. We just want to get around 4,000 feet to throw in a loop, 170 knots. Let's go around about 4,000 feet. Let's throw
Angle
it
of attack.
in.
Speed.
It's gonna be a really, really slow loop.
Speed.
And
Speed.
yeah, really slow, really slow. Let's really slow down the aircraft. I bet that looks good on the eye from the outside. Now gaining some speed is gonna be a high speed pass.
Altitude.
All right,
Altitude.
400 knots, and we have completed our split S. Gonna make an adjustment turn from the right hand side, and then gonna go for a knife edge pass. And after the knife edge pass, we're just gonna throw in some vertical rolls, some flares that we completely forgot about. That's why I do all the practice. Throw in the aircraft. Let's do the knife edge pass. Alright, coming in, speed looks good and increasing, 350 knots. Coming in,
Altitude.
left,
Altitude.
400 knots, altitude looks good. And here is going to be the knife edge pass. And we're going to throw in the full burners at around 400, 470 knots. 500 knots, there we go, good right, smooth knife edge pass, increase the altitude. Let's throw in the adjustment turn. Let's go for the vertical rolls and put an end to this show for now. So it looks like good practice, really high speed. We're gonna line up with the runway, and we are just going to, yep, that's it, looking good.
Altitude.
Lined up with
Altitude.
the runway, 420 knots, that's good enough speed. 200 feet, we're going in for the full burners, passing right in front of the crowd. 450, 500, and there we go. Pulling up hard, 70 degrees up, throwing in all the flares, and that's a wrap, ladies and gentlemen. So that's how it's done. That's how the Thunder demo is done. First practice after a while on the JF-17. Still a few more to go. We are clear to 10,000 feet. Some of the maneuvers we are leaving out for the main display, but that's about it for me. This is Phantom signing off. Hope you guys have a great rest of the day.